Hello, and welcome back to the Meta Exchange. Today we will be introducing a new profitable trading strategy using the Williams Fractal indicator. We have coded an expert advisor to test this strategy and we are excited to share the results with you. Stick to the end of the video for the best settings to apply for the strategy. If you are new to this channel, please tap the like button and follow us for more in-depth analysis of different trading strategies. Before we begin on the strategy, let us do a quick explanation on what is Williams Fractal indicator and how it is being used in Forex. The indicator isolates potential turning points on a price chart. It then draws arrows to indicate the existence of a pattern. The bullish fractal pattern signals the price could move higher. It occurs when there is a low point with two higher low candles on each side of it. A red down arrow is used to mark the location of a bullish fractal. A bearish fractal signals the price could move lower. A bearish fractal occurs when there is a high point with two lower high candles on each side of it. A green up arrow is used to mark the location of a bearish fractal. For this strategy, we will be using the default setting of 2 period. Take note that only fractal formed on the third candle should be used for the strategy. One of the common methods to use fractal indicator is to wait for the red down arrow fractal to appear and enter a buy trade immediately when it happens. This is due to the assumption that the price has peaked and will be going upwards. Usually this will result in false entries. Similarly, for a sell signal, the common method is to wait for the green up fractal arrow to appear before entering a sell trade. The up arrow shows that the price has already peaked and a retracement to the downside is coming. However, this is not the recommended way of using the fractal indicator as it will result in multiple false trade entries. Instead of using the common method, let us share with you our strategy. For a buy signal, first, the price needs to be above 200 EMA. Second, the chart needs to form a bearish fractal, shown with a green arrow. Third, we will enter a buy trade when the price close above the bearish fractal. We have prepared some examples for you to be familiar with the strategy. Our first example is USD/JPY on the 1-hour time frame. First, the price is above the 200 EMA, shown by the yellow line. Next, we can see that the bearish fractal is formed, indicated with a green arrow. Once the price closed above the entry line, we will enter a buy trade. We set the stop loss at 30 pips and using a risk to reward of 2, we place our take profit at 60 pips. After trading for a while, the trade turns out to be a winner. Our second example is EUR/USD on the 4-hour time frame. As usual, first, the price needs to be above the 200 EMA, shown by the yellow line. Next, place the buy entry where the bearish fractal is formed, indicated with a green arrow. Once the price closed above the entry line, we will enter a buy trade. We set the stop loss at 50 pips and using a risk to reward of 2, we place our take profit at 100. After trading for a while, the trade turns out to be a winner. Our last buy example is NZD/USD on the 1-hour time frame. Same as before, first, the price needs to be above the 200 EMA, shown by the yellow line. Next, we place the buy entry where the bearish fractal is formed, indicated with a green arrow. Once the price closed above the entry line, we will enter a buy trade. We set the stop loss at 30 pips and using a risk to reward of 2, we place our take profit at 60 pips. After trading for a while, the trade turns out to be a winner. Of course, it's not all winning trades, there will definitely be some losing trades. In this example, on the GBP/USD 1-hour time frame, we can see that the trade turned against us and met our stop loss. Next, we will move on to the sell strategy. For a sell signal, first, the price needs to be below 200 EMA. Second, the chart needs to form a bullish fractal, shown with a red arrow. Third, we will enter a sell trade when the price close below the bullish fractal. We have also prepared some sell examples for you to be familiar with the strategy. Our first example is Great Britain pound and USD on the 1-hour time frame. First, the price is below the 200 EMA, shown with the yellow line. Next, we can see that the bullish fractal is formed, indicated with a red arrow. Once the price closed below the entry line, we will enter a sell trade. We set the stop loss at 30 pips and using a risk to reward of 2, we place our take profit at 60. After trading for a while, the trade turns out to be a winner. Our next example is Euro and USD on the 4-hour time frame. First, the price needs to be below the 200 EMA. This is highlighted with the yellow line. Next, we can see that the bullish fractal is formed, indicated with a red arrow. Once the price closed below the entry line, we will enter a sell trade. We set the stop loss at 50 pips and using a risk to reward of 2, we place our take profit at 100. After trading for a while, the trade turns out to be a winner. Our last example is Australian dollar and USD on the 1-hour time frame. Same as before. First, the price needs to be below the 200 EMA. This is shown with the yellow line. Next, we have identified the bullish fractal, indicated with a red arrow. Once the price closed below the entry line, we will enter a sell trade. We set the stop loss at 30 pips and using a risk to reward of 2, we place our take profit at 60. After trading for a while, the trade turns out to be a winner. Of course, the strategy cannot be 100% winners, there will be a few losses. Let us show you a trade that gone against us. In this example, we have the Australian dollar and USD on 1-hour time frame. As you can see, the price turn against us. We have provided a summary page for you to take note. Please feel free to pause the video or take a screenshot of this. Remember to wait for the fractal to form on the third candle starting from the right. Fractal formed on the first 2 candles cannot be used as it is subjective to the new candlesticks. After going through our strategy, we would also like to highlight some of the potential mistakes that you might encounter. Mistake number 1. The price is ranging at the EMA, do not enter trade at such a choppy market. Mistake number 2. The buy entry point should be removed if price falls below 200 EMA. Same for the sell entry point, it should be removed if price is above 200 EMA. We have coded the buy and sell strategy mentioned in this video into an expert advisor in order to help us with the backtest. In this example, we will be doing a simple backtest on Euro USD using the time frame of 30 minutes and the tick data between January 2021 to January 2022. At the Inputs tab, we set the time frames to test, between 30 minutes to 4-hour time frames. Risk to reward ratio will start at 1 and end at 3 with an increment of 0.5 each time. As for stop loss, we will start at 30 pips and end at 100 pips with an increment of 10 pips each time. Lastly, we want to test if having one trade at a time will give us better win rate. After running the expert advisor for a while, we have identified one of the most profitable settings for this strategy. Before we share one of the most profitable settings for this strategy, we would greatly appreciate if you can take this chance to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We are new to YouTube and your action will help us tremendously. Here we have one of the most profitable settings for this strategy. This remarkable result was achieved using the 30 minutes time frame on Euro USD, stop loss level at 60 pips, risk to reward ratio at 1:2.5, which means take profit is at 150 pips. We have also set the strategy to trade only one trade at a time. There were a total of 31 trades executed in 2021. The maximum drawdown on account was very lower, sitting at only 2.49%. This strategy was able to earn a total of 1,205 pips in 2021. Looking at the equity chart, we can see that this strategy was having a consistent profit throughout the year. Indeed, it is one of the most profitable strategy. And there you have it. In this video, we have shared with you how you can trade the Williams Fractal strategy in a more profitable way. Please support us by clicking the like button and subscribe to our channel. We hope this video can give you some ideas on how to trade using this strategy. We are also excited to run the expert advisor on all 28 pairs with more time frames and other risk to reward ratio permutation. We are new to YouTube, and we would like to hear your suggestions on how to improve our strategy. Please feel free to comment down below. If you have a trading strategy that you would like us to backtest or to create an expert advisor from it, please email us at themetaexchange@gmail.com. Last but not least, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. The Meta Exchange, signing off.